For those of you just joining me again, my name is Karen, standing up here on the rocks. How's everyone doing this afternoon? All right, let's keep that enthusiasm up. I hear a lot of enthusiasm over here, so see if you can match that. Now, for today's show, we are going to take you on a scientific discovery. And scientific discovery or research is not necessarily just about microscopes and laboratories. It can be just as simple as observing animals. So here's a sneak peek as to what we are going to be observing. A great look here at both of these dolphins. Now, just a quick reminder, please, to hold on to all your belongings and keep all your belongings on your side of the railing, please. Well, I have been joined by our trainers. We have Adria and Leonora, but I'm sure you want to take one more peek at the animals in this habitat. We have 3 dolphins. That's Spinnaker there. He's the only male in the habitat, and we do have 2 females. Here's a great look at Helen, and of course we have Hannah as well. Well, there are 43 different types of dolphins and porpoises that are found worldwide, and up to 12 of them can be found on the coast of British Columbia. Now, the best way to try and figure out what kind of dolphins we're looking at today is to take a look at their coloration. So take a good look at this distinguished black and gray and white pattern running down their torpedo-shaped bodies. This tells us that we are looking at Pacific white-sided dolphins. Now, just as their name suggests, Pacific white-sided dolphins are found in the North Pacific Ocean, from northern Mexico up through BC and Alaska, and all the way over to Japan. These animals are extremely fast, they're extremely social, and as you can see, extremely acrobatic as well. Now, researchers used to think these animals were an open ocean animal about 20 years ago. But within the last 20 years, they've been noticing these dolphins making their way closer inshore. So you have a better time now than ever to see Pacific white-sided dolphins right off the coast of BC. Now, when those researchers go out in the ocean, they take photographs of these dolphins with the hopes of identifying and cataloging them. So now's your chance to take pictures for your own personal catalogs. Now, if you thought that was a really cool behavior, please give me a big thumbs up. And now take a look at your thumb. What do you have on your thumb that makes you different from everyone else? Any ideas? Just shout it out. Fingerprint, thank you. Well, just in the same way, these dolphins have dorsal fins that are uniquely patterned and differently shaped and colored so we can tell them all apart. So, of course, here we have Spinnaker. He has the most white on his dorsal fin. And in the middle, we have Helen, whose dorsal fin is most curved. And last but not least, we have Hannah, whose dorsal fin is most triangular, kind of like a shark's. Well, now that we've been able to identify each one of these dolphins, let's take a look at the role that they play in the ocean's food web. Now, of course, in any food web, there are 2 different types of animals. We have the predators and the prey. The predators are the animals that do the eating, and the prey are the animals that get eaten. Now, please put your hands up if you think these dolphins are predators. Anyone? Okay, hands down. Who thinks that they're prey? Who thinks that they're both predators and prey? All right, you're absolutely correct. That was a bit of a trick question. They are indeed both. So let's take a look at the predator side of things first. If you take a look into their open mouths, you'll notice that they have 100 to 120 cone-shaped teeth. But these teeth, they're not used for chewing. They're used for grabbing a hold of fish, and then dolphins swallow their food whole. Now, this is okay for smaller fish, such as herring, but what about a larger fish, such as a salmon? Dolphins, could you swallow a whole salmon? Yeah, I didn't think so either. Now, of course, they're not actually answering my question, but they are showing you the motion they would use to rip apart a larger fish into smaller bite-sized pieces. Even though dolphins are pretty high up on the food chain, unfortunately, there are some other animals that are even higher up. So it's a good thing that dolphins have a special ability to camouflage. This type of camouflage is called countershading, and what it means is that they have a black back, but they have a white belly or underside. Now, this is how countershading works. If there's a predator swimming above, taking a look down below, then this black back allows the dolphins to camouflage with the ocean bottom. Now, on the flip side, if there's a predator down below, looking above, then this white belly allows the dolphins to camouflage with the sky above. There are 2 top predators of Pacific white-sided dolphins, and one of them is black and white, and believe it or not, is a large dolphin itself. What am I talking about here? Any ideas? Killer whale, you got it. course, they can try to out-jump a killer whale as well with their acrobatics. Now, there is another predator of Pacific white-sided dolphins, but this one's different because it has a mouthful of really, really sharp teeth. Sharks, you got it. To get away from a shark, these dolphins might have to use a more aggressive approach, and they would actually have to fight back. Now, one way they can fight back is by using the front of their face, which is called their rostrum. This rostrum is as hard as a baseball bat. So if we imagine that this white ball is a shark, you can imagine that a dolphin would swing into the side of it, hoping to stun it and scare it away. And if that's not enough to fight off a shark, then maybe they could try to use their powerful tails as well. Well, I have mentioned killer whales and sharks as predators of Pacific white-sided dolphins, but there's actually one more predator. If you take a look to your very left and to your very right, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people. We have a great impact on the lives of dolphins. In fact, all three of these dolphins were found entangled in fishing nets, and some of them still have scars from when this happened. Now, fortunately for these animals, they were rescued and rehabilitated in time. And there is something that we can do to help these dolphins out, and that is, of course, to keep marine debris out of marine environments. So if you ever hang out at the beach, or if you're ever working near a riverbank or a lake shore, make sure you take everything home. Take all your garbage, all your equipment, so that it doesn't end up in the ocean entangling beautiful animals such as these three dolphins. Well, we've had a great chance today to identify each one of these dolphins. Here they come for the last time again. This is Spinnaker. We've also had a chance to explore the role that they play in the ocean's food web, too. And of course, not to be outdone by him, though, we have the two lovely ladies, Helen and Hannah. Well, that's a wrap for us. So on behalf of the trainers, the dolphins, and myself, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope you have a safe and happy holiday season. Once again, my name is Karen. If you do have any questions, please feel free to meet me